So much will happening tonight. Travis County Judge Andy Brown will deliver his State of the County address, and he'll provide really a progress report on everything from overdose prevention programs, supportive housing, and passenger rail.
So much to cover. Joining us now is Judge Andy Brown with Travis County. Judge, thank you for being here and making time ahead of a big night.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
I want to start with one of your big priorities. You talked a lot, and we have covered a lot about that mental health diversion center. What is the latest update about the first phase of that project?
Yeah, so we're making good progress on it. We want to make sure that we're doing it right, so we're not rushing it. But the first phase of it should open this summer. So the contracts, we're trying to figure out data sharing and make sure that's all good. That should be done by the end of this month very soon. And then they need to hire the folks, and then it should be up and running this summer.
Okay, and Judge, recently I listened to an interview with the Bexar County Judge about discussions you all had about passenger rail. We talked about this a few months ago. Is there anything new with that vision just moving forward?
Yeah, so I visited with some other county judges across Texas. I'm a Democrat, visited with a Republican, and we're looking at putting together a letter to ask the Texas legislature to help fund passenger rail improvements in Texas. It's a bipartisan issue. It's something that I think we all would agree we'd rather ride a nice train to San Antonio to see the Spurs rather than having to brave I-35 in a car. And there's folks that feel that way in other parts of Texas too, on both sides of the political aisle. So we're putting together this letter. I think it's great progress, and then we're going to see what we can do this session to build bipartisan support for improved passenger rail in Texas.
Yeah, of course, we're looking forward to the regular legislative session and what will come with that. But I did want to touch on something that did not pass last year. That you really pushed for the legalization of fentanyl test strips. Yeah. Again, state lawmakers failed to pass that during this last legislative session. So are you still in favor of that, or what updates can you share about the priorities for overdose prevention?
Yeah, and that's something we're going to talk about tonight, is that the fact that the state sometimes, especially the state legislature, just doesn't act and doesn't do the things that we need them to do to help save lives. And in Travis County, we have then stepped up and we've invested in Narcan, we've invested in peer counseling, we've invested in other ways to help prevent those needless opioid deaths, because the #1 cause of accidental death in Travis County right now is overdoses. That's something recent. And had the legislature acted not only in legalizing fentanyl strips, but putting more money towards peer recovery, towards mental health, things like that, I think it would help the situation all across Texas. So because they have not done enough, we are stepping up and doing more here in Travis County.
And Judge, now looking at just taking a broader look at the policies and changes that you all have implemented in your office, how are you ensuring that that really reflects the makeup of our county and the diversity of our county?
Yeah, so we've done a lot over the past 3 years to try to make Travis County itself, we've got about 5,000 employees that work for Travis County, trying to make it a better environment for them. We recognize that Austin is one of the most expensive cities in the state, and so we raised our minimum wage from $15 to $20 an hour. We also increased pay across the board for law enforcement and everybody 5% recently. We also are trying to make it easier to have kids and raise kids here in Travis County. We know that the legislature has passed laws basically banning abortion in Texas and have frankly not done enough on the other side of making it easier for people who are young parents and have young kids. And so one of the things that we have done is implemented for the first time ever paid parental leave if you're a county employee for 12 weeks. And that gives the opportunity for either parent to adopt, to have a kid, to do a kinship proceeding, anything like that, because I've got two, 7 and 9-year-old right now, and I remember distinctly just how great it was to be able to spend those first few months with them. And we want to make sure that all county employees have that, and we want to be a model employer because we think it helps the economy, it helps businesses here if businesses are looking at this and being family friendly in their workplaces, so we want to be an example for them.
And we want to ask you about one more thing before we
Sure.
let you go. Last year, Travis County voters here approved 2 bonds totaling, more than $500 million,
Yeah.
and they focus on park and road improvements.
Yeah.
What are some of the first projects that those 2 bonds will fund?
Yeah, I'm so excited about this. So it was the largest bond ever that we passed in Travis County, and I think part of it, especially on the park side, is because they're not making any more land in Travis County. Mm-hmm. And there are some beautiful areas in western and eastern Travis County that we are trying to preserve so that our kids and grandkids can have a beautiful place to hang out and spend time. And so I think we've added something like 2,000 additional acres, and I think with the money that we have left, we'll double that before this year is over. So that's some of the first stuff, is acquiring new parkland so that people can take their families and enjoy the beautiful parks in Travis County.
Okay, well, the State of the Travis County Address will be tonight from 6:30 to 7:30 at the Travis County Commissioner's Courtroom, and doors open at 5:30, and the reception after the address is from 7:30 to 8:30.
Judge Brown, thank you again.
Thanks all so much.